Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 5 of Tiger Talk. We're your hosts. I'm Miller.
I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Sophia. We are East students at John Tyson Elementary in Springdale, Arkansas.
Now, guess what time it is?
It's time for Tiger Trivia.
So, here's Geraldine with today's Tiger Trivia. Welcome to Tiger Talk, Geraldine.
Hi, thank you. Okay, here's my trivia. How do tigers chew their food?
That is a tricky one. What do you think the answer is, Sophia?
I think they rip off big chunks of meat. What do you think, Miller?
I think they rip off big chunks with their huge, sharp teeth. What's your guess, Carolyn?
I think they eat fast. Stay tuned to hear the answer at the end of today's episode. This season, we are helping parents learn ways to guide their kids toward personal success. Today, we will be focusing on the U, which stands for understanding. This principle means that kids know themselves. They are self-aware, they know their strengths and weaknesses, and they have critical thinking skills.
The goal of this principle is for kids to know their strengths and limitations so they develop a healthy self-confidence.
Today, we have Miss Ann Canada here to talk to you about how to help your kids be mindful and understand themselves.
Welcome to Tiger Talk, Miss Canada. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, I am a librarian at Paris Middle School, where I work with students in grades 5 through 8, and I've done this job for about 25 years, so for a little while. I love getting outside, so the weather lately has made me both really happy and really sad, and I'm a huge Razorback fan. Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig. What's your tips for parents who are trying to teach their kids how to be mindful?
My biggest tip is for parents to practice mindfulness for themselves. I think kids are like any age of human, and they notice more what we do than what we say. So when my students see me taking a break to take a breath or stop to consider how another person feels, that is a powerful model. So parents, show your kids how you deal with stress in a healthy way. I think that's the best way to teach mindfulness.
Those are helpful ideas.
What do you have for parents to use when they are talking to their kids about understanding themselves better?
I think it's really helpful to understand that we are all different inside our heads, but we're also all the same. So those differences and those similarities are great. They're the way it's supposed to be. And so start looking at patterns in how you think and just notice, well, if I think that way, that's a pattern I can recognize. It's not good or it's not bad. It just kind of is. So how can I work with that? And it's helpful to know, one of the biggest tips I ever got was, I am not my thoughts. Like, I'm more than that. I'm a person with feelings. I'm a person with a body. I'm a person with friends. My thoughts are just one part of things, and they don't dictate everything that I am. So I don't let them be so powerful. I try to breathe and slow down and maybe go for a walk, do some yoga, and just kind of give my thoughts a break and give me a break from them too.
I think those are great ideas.
Another part of understanding is self-awareness. Do you have any thoughts about why this is an important skill to teach your children?
Well, just like I was saying, we're all different and we're all kind of the same. There's things that are the same and different in our heads. And recognizing your patterns helps you to kind of regulate them. But it also helps you to be kind of nicer to yourself. And if you recognize patterns and you're nicer to yourself and you kind of develop this own sense of who you are, then others can't tell you who you are. So I think that's one of the big reasons self-awareness is so important and so powerful. But I'll tell you, it's tough. It's tough for kids and it's tough for adults. It's tough for people at any age. So it takes practice.
Miss Susan Job, who was a guest on Season 3, Episode 3, recommended that we talk to you about understanding because you're a yogi. Tell us more about how yoga can help kids. We were thinking yoga could help kids calm down after a stressful situation and gather themselves so they can express their feelings more. If they're all tense, then they might not want to talk to their parents because their stress is all built up, and yoga could help them unwind. Are we on the right track?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yoga, the word just means connect, and yoga, the practice, it connects you to your breath, and it connects you to your body, and it connects you to kind of the better version of yourself too. And what we know about science, because yoga really is a practice of science, is that when we are stressed out, our brain is taken out of the picture and we are just kind of acting on emotions, which a lot of times are kind of rough. If we can slow down, breathe, calm down, it keeps that constant flow of blood to our brain too, so we can be a little more level-headed when we engage with people. So breathing and controlling your reaction is a huge part of how yoga practices, how it helps you. In fact, when you practice yoga and you're doing something physically hard, but you're breathing and you're calm about it, it trains your body to react to stress with calm. So yeah, you're definitely on the right track.
That's great to know.
The E students at our school have started a campaign to spread positivity. What is the best way you know to spread positivity?
Oh, for the love of Pete, be nice. Like, especially be nice to yourself. We can look at everybody else and see the good things about them, and they're cool. They look like they have it together, and we're pretty critical about ourselves. We're like, oh, if I only did this, or oh, if I was different. Guys, be nice to yourself. Like, start listing in your head the things that are awesome about you, because when you are nice to yourself, it kind of makes you happier, and people love to be around happy people. So it kind of accidentally creates a bigger friend group in that way. So my biggest tip is to just be nice and start with being nice to yourself.
Nice. I like that.
Thanks for joining us today.
We enjoyed talking with you.
Okay, I bet you've been waiting for the tiger trivia answer. Remind us the question, Geraldine.
How do tigers chew their food?
Do you have a guess, Miss Canada?
Well, I tend to think in puns, so I was thinking that they grate it between their teeth, but that's probably not right.
The answer is tigers don't chew. The tiger's molars are very sharp. They use their molars to slice off chunks of meat, which they swallow whole.
That was a real brain teaser.
That was a trick question.
Since our school mascot is a tiger, we roar at the end of every episode. What do you think, Miller? Should we share our best roars with our listeners?
Of course. Roar. Let's hear yours, Carolyn.
Roar!
Amazing. Okay, Sophia, your turn.
Roar.
Great job. Let's hear yours, Geraldine.
Roar. What about you, Miss Canada?
Well, I tend to be an eagle during the day, but right now I feel a roar coming on. So, roar!
That was great.
We are working with E students from Springdale High School to bring you Tiger Talk en Español, so stay tuned for this episode to be released soon.
All right, in our next episode, you will hear about the I in GUIDE, which stands for interaction. We will talk about ways to help their kids interact with others and build relationships with adults and other kids.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode.
Thanks for joining us.
Tiger talks to you later.
Roar.